So, Sweden won the 2023 Eurovision Song Contest with Winner Takes... No, it was Tattoo by Loreen. It wasn't Abba's Winner Take It All. However, I am so glad that I am not the only person to realise that part of the main hook of Tattoo is a direct lift from Abba's Winner Takes It All. Now, as far as songs go and Eurovision songs go, it was definitely one of the very best songs in the contest. The song itself, Tattoo, was released in February and went to the top of the Swedish charts. It's had over 55 million streams. Now, what puzzles me and many other people is the fact that part of the main hook of this song is pretty much a direct lift from Abba's Winner Takes It All. Now, I'm not going to try to sing it because I can't, but it's essentially the first 5 notes. Think of I Don't Want to Talk from Winner Takes It All and you'll know what I mean. If you listen to the two songs, you will immediately spot the similarities. If you know Winner Takes It All, listen to Tattoo and you will immediately spot the similarity. Now, this song was written by professional Swedish songwriters who have many songs under their belt, and they seem to specialise in writing songs for contests like this. I find it impossible to believe that everyone at each stage of the composition and production process was not aware that this hook was lifted from Winner Takes It All. If you think of the creation of a song, from the initial idea to the composition of the final song, to the arrangement, to the production, to getting the singer involved, and at each stage everyone must have known that this little 5-note riff came from Winner Takes It All. Now, if I had written a piece with a riff which I thought, oh, that sounds like such and such a song, I would rewrite it or possibly discard it altogether and work on something else. I certainly wouldn't just bash through it and ignore it. We'll come back to this in a second, but many people have also pointed out that the instrumental riff is very similar to another piece of music. This is called Flying Free by Point Airy. I think that's how it's pronounced. I wasn't initially familiar with the song, but I have had a listen to it, and yes, you can definitely see the similarities there too. I will leave links to relevant videos in the description so you can check these songs out for yourself and let me know what you think. Now, we live in a world of copyright lawsuits, which is an absolute nightmare for songwriters, particularly successful songwriters, because nobody sues a songwriter if they are not making hundreds of thousands of pounds out of their material. So if this song topped the Swedish charts, it's won Eurovision, it's going to go absolutely massive. Now, 99 or probably 99.9% of copyright lawsuits are about money. They are absolutely not about artistic integrity. Now, I can't see Abba suing the writers of Tattoo. Abba certainly doesn't need any more krona, and suing fellow Swedes would definitely not be very good for their reputation. I just can't see that happening. Whether Point Airy feels differently about it, I have no idea. We will see. But the really puzzling aspect of this whole thing for me is the fact that this song appeared in this form at all. How did no one involved in the writing process and the production process, even right through to Loreen who sang the thing, not realise that they were lifting a phrase from Winner Takes It All? I think the answer simply has to be that they did know. They absolutely did know, but they just didn't care. They didn't think they'd get sued by Abba, and they thought, this is a good song, it's got a good hook, let's just go for it. What do you think? Should the writers have tried to change this Abba riff to their own riff? Are we making too much of the similarity between songs? Should we be allowed to use any bits from any other person's song in our own song? Actually, I don't think that's a good idea. But the world of music copyright is an absolute nightmare, and the company with the most money and the most expensive lawyers quite often wins. But not always. I still think it's a great song, but I am still puzzled about how it could pass through so many people who actively ignored the lift. Welcome to the crazy, mixed up, topsy-turvy, upside-down, plagiaristic world of songwriting.